Roman Reigns just returned to Raw for the first time in months, but instead of fans celebrating his comeback, the entire WWE universe is now buzzing about something they saw, something small, easily missable, yet potentially devastating. A moment that instantly sparked fear, confusion, and worry. Roman Reigns touching his elbow, adjusting his compression sleeve, looking uncomfortable. Did the tribal chief step back into Raw while hiding an injury? Is the leader of the bloodline physically compromised heading into Survivor Series, WarGames, and why are fans convinced something is seriously wrong? Tonight, we break down the viral footage, the reactions, the real medical reason behind Roman's condition, and the off-air confrontation between Roman Reigns and CM Punk that left the entire arena speechless. This is one of the biggest stories of Roman's career. And it's not the one anyone expected. Intro, short as possible, you're watching Ring 2 Reality, the home of WWE's biggest stories, rumors, and deep dive analysis. Let's get straight into it. Roman Reigns' return to Raw was nothing short of historic. For the first time since Crown Jewel, Perth, the most dominant WWE superstar of the modern era walked back into WWE television, stepping into Madison Square Garden with the kind of presence that shifts the atmosphere instantly. Fans were loud, the arena was electric, and the moment his theme hit, everyone knew the tribal chief was back. But minutes later, that excitement turned into confusion and concern. Roman Reigns returns. But something felt off. The segment began perfectly normal. Roman Reigns walked out as the announced equalizer for Team CM Punk ahead of Survivor Series, WarGames. His return was positioned as a massive turning point in the storyline. The bloodline leader was back to settle an old score, especially after Brock Lesnar was revealed as the fifth man for Team Vision. Lesnar vs. Reigns. WarGames. A rivalry reignited. Everything felt big, dramatic, and perfectly WWE, until fans online noticed one specific moment that didn't sit right. A moment that went viral within hours, the viral video. Roman Reigns touching his elbow. The clip came from ex-user at @nycarry_, who reposted a TikTok showing Roman during the Brawl segment. In the video, Reigns is repeatedly touching his right elbow, adjusting his compression sleeve, flexing his forearm, rotating his wrist like he was easing discomfort. This wouldn't normally be a big deal, except Roman hasn't worn a compression elbow pad in a very long time, and the last time he did, it was tied to a very real medical condition that the world often forgets about. Fans instantly flooded the comments, some joking, some confused, but many extremely worried, because the small accessory, that simple sleeve, is something that Roman uses when he's dealing with pain from arthritis. Is Roman Reigns injured? Fans react with concern. One fan commented something that completely shifted the conversation: it's a compression sleeve for his arthritis. He's been suffering with it for a while now with the side effects of his daily medication. This statement blew up. Why? Because it's true. Roman Reigns' medical history, specifically his leukemia treatment, can result in long-term side effects. Certain oral chemotherapy medications can trigger joint inflammation and arthritis symptoms years later, and now Roman was reacting to discomfort right in the middle of a live brawl on Raw. Fans became even more worried when they saw him throwing spears during the main event. Chaos, the spear through the barricade, the spear to Bronson Reed, the spear to the police officers. And right after each big bump, he touched the elbow again. Should fans actually be worried? The real medical breakdown. Let's separate facts from fear. Here's the real situation. Heavy checkmark. Roman does suffer from arthritis linked to his leukemia medication. Heavy checkmark. Cold weather, like New York City's freezing temperatures, can make it worse. Heavy checkmark. Compression sleeves help reduce inflammation and pain. Heavy checkmark. Arthritis does not mean he is injured. Heavy checkmark. WWE would never let Roman Reigns get physical without clearance. This is not a muscle tear, not a ligament injury, not a match-stopping issue. Arthritis flare-ups are painful, but manageable, especially for Roman, who has dealt with this for years. If he was truly injured, he would not spear multiple people, take bump impacts, participate in a chaotic live closing segment, be advertised for next week's Raw. He is extremely protective of Roman's health. So for now, no, he is not injured. He is dealing with a normal medical condition that flares occasionally, especially under physical stress. The bigger story: why WWE needed Roman on Raw. Let's be honest. WWE didn't bring Roman back randomly. His return wasn't just for a feel-good pop. Or to even the odds. His appearance tells us three things. 1. Survivor Series, WarGames is HUG. This might be the most stacked WarGames match of the modern era. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Bronson Reed and more. WWE needed Roman's presence to raise the stakes. Point 2. The Vision storyline requires Roman. CM Punk vs Seth Rollins has been the core of the Vision's arc. Adding Roman creates the power shift the story needed. Point 3. Roman star power boosts ratings. Raw at Madison Square Garden is one of WWE's biggest shows. There was zero chance they'd run it without their biggest attraction. Roman wasn't thrown in. He was needed. Off-air footage, Roman Reigns vs CM Punk, the real confrontation. But now we move to the moment people cannot stop talking about. What happened after Raw went off the air? The cameras stopped rolling, the brawl ended, the police extras were gone, fans were still screaming, and inside the ring, two icons stood face to face, Roman Reigns and CM Punk. The crowd erupted. This wasn't scripted Raw TV anymore. This was two leaders creating magic in real time. CM Punk, still recovering from the chaos, leaned toward Roman and said, "Be careful, don't stab me in the back at WarGames." That line got a massive reaction, but Roman's reply, it hit even harder. Roman stepped closer, lowered his voice, and said, "I don't stab people in the back, that I look them in the eyes, and put the knife through their heart." The arena lost it. Roman was intense, Punk was smirking, fans were losing their minds. This tension, this chemistry, it's why WWE needs these two in the same ring more often. And honestly, tonight might have been a preview of something bigger, something future, something worthy of WrestleMania. CM Punk's surprising tribute to John Cena. As the confrontation settled, Punk did something symbolic. Earlier in the night, John Cena wrestled his final match on RAW. It was emotional. It was historic. It was the end of an era, and CM Punk, Cena's greatest rival, honored it. Before leaving the ring, Punk did the classic hand wave, "You can't see me" gesture, Cena style salute. The crowd went crazy. It was a perfect full circle moment. A rivalry that defined a generation, respectfully acknowledged on Cena's final Raw. Roman watched it happen, fans felt the emotion, and the night ended with a rare freeze frame. Punk standing tall in the moment, Roman absorbing the energy, fans witnessing history. Why this story matters more than people realize. Roman Reigns' possible injury speculation isn't just fan panic. It's a reminder of two things. 1. Roman is human, and he's fighting long-term conditions. Fans forget how much he battled to get here: arthritis, chemotherapy side effects, cold weather, inflammation, years of physical toll. That he's still fighting, yet still performs at the highest level. Point 2. Survivor Series, WarGames has real stakes with or without discomfort. Roman is heading into one of the most dangerous WWE matches ever. Cages, weapons, multiple superstars. Point 0. Escape. A flare-up at the wrong time could affect the outcome, and WWE fans know this. That's why they care. What happens next? The story going forward. WWE has already confirmed, Right Arrow Roman Reigns will appear on the next Raw in Oklahoma City. Right Arrow WarGames teams are locked in. Right Arrow. The story with CM Punk is far from over. Expect more Roman Punk interaction, more hints of betrayal or alliance, more mind games with Brock Lesnar, high emotional tension with Seth Rollins, possibly a planted seed for WrestleMania. Arthritis or no arthritis, Roman is stepping into the biggest storyline of the year, and the WWE Universe will be watching closely. And that wraps up today's deep dive on Roman Reigns' controversial elbow footage, the real medical explanation behind the compression sleeve, and the explosive off-air confrontation with CM Punk. If you love WWE breakdowns, fan reactions, behind-the-scenes details, and story-driven analysis, you're in the right place. This is Ring 2 Reality, where wrestling meets truth, and every storyline comes alive. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next blockbuster update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Acknowledge the truth. Acknowledge the storytelling. Acknowledge Ring 2 Reality.